Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and another talk. I have no idea what I want to talk about. I will just see what comes up and try to be in this moment. And that's actually something I think I want to talk about. What happens when you really decide to be fully in the moment. And I know it always sounds so like such a phrase, just be in the moment and then everything's fine. But I really made some experiences now in the last week, that when I'm really in the moment, everything becomes magical. Like, not always, because sometimes in the moment it can be also uncomfortable. But if I stay with it and just decide to be there, it's really a decision, then there's these like big shifts coming in. And it was really quite magical, the last experiences that I made. That I don't really know how to put it in words, because it's more like a energy that is spreading with this decision to be here fully. And I've always struggled with this. Like, I've always wanted to be somewhere else, or I thought I have to be somewhere else, do something else, and change my whole life to be able to be really here. But that's not really real freedom. Like, I always associated it with freedom, to be able to like go somewhere else, do something else, change my whole life. And then I felt free when I could like break out of my my life and do something else. And sometimes that can be a step towards freedom, to decide to change your life, to go somewhere else, and stuff. But sometimes that's like the opposite of freedom, because when you do it because you want to get away from something that feels uncomfortable, then you just flight from it, and that's actually, you make your own prison with this. And I've done this like my whole life. I have been in kind of like an inner prison, because I felt like, I don't want to be here, and then I created my own prison by this. And then I found out, like now with the experiences now, that it's not like real inner freedom is not about being able to escape from your life, or travel to the other side of the world or something, but to be able to be in that like inner prison that you created yourself, or that you feel that the limitations that you feel, and fully accept it, that um, you feel like that, and also fully be with these blocks that you feel like, oh, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this or this. And that's where the real magic happens. And I mean, I've heard about these processes a lot of times, and I was always like, yeah, but how should I do it? Or mm, it just feels too big. And then I just, it was just this staying with it, being with it. And then there was like this deep feeling of, wow, this is actually not real. This is just my thoughts, my experiences, and I always want to run away from it and think that somewhere out there, like my real life will be happening. And it was always, it can be really a trap, and it always distracted me from really, arriving fully here, like in my body, in the relationships I have, in the work I do. And now this is a kind of experience that I've never really had before, to be able to with all the limitations that I feel here, or that I have, to still feel this inner freedom of, okay, I can be fulfilled and I can be myself wherever I am, and it doesn't depend on like a certain place or something, and that I can like transform every like situation and circumstance, that it's that there is the real freedom and liberation to be able to transform every boundary, every limitation, every like uncomfortable feeling, and have like this inner light, and your inner connection to actually source energy, to life energy, wherever you are. And this has always been rather like a concept to me, like a theory, like, okay, people talk about this and it sounds really wise, but I don't know how to do it. And then it just happened, just by doing nothing and staying with feelings. And and now I feel like first time really in my life there is this like deeper kind of joy coming up, that about life, and I really, really think that this kind of shift is happening for a lot of people at the moment, or is about to happen, or has already happened. That some kind of old heaviness is really dissolving, and that you see through the illusions that you have created yourself all the time, like this prison you created about yeah, life and how life is hard and stuff. And um, so yeah, this is really a big shift that is possible at the moment. And I just hope that I can, I don't know, send this vibe out to yeah, other people as well, because it's not about words or about concepts or about what I say here. It's more about a kind of field that expands, a kind of like waves, you know, and like when you drop something in the water and then it creates these ripples, and then yeah, it's about these waves that actually make these shifts possible. And I think that also for me, this shift now to experience this inner kind of liberation has been made possible by so many other people who went there before me. And yeah, because we're all connected. um, Sorry, this is my dishwasher. We are all connected. So if one of us is like doing a shift or experiencing this inner liberation, this inner freedom, then it will affect everyone else. And yeah, so this is actually quite magical that you can have a real impact without really doing something in the outside or yeah. mm, Hope that makes sense. But even if it doesn't make sense, then I still hope it just yeah, creates some kind of resonance. And yeah, let's see what comes through next. I have no idea, but I'm really curious. So hope you all have a really good day. And even if you don't have a good day, then yeah, that you can just be with it. Yeah, so bye bye, see you next time.